think yourself free from the chains of fate, Nephilim, but all will kneel before Lord Diablo.
The library is deserted. Ethereal's many scholars must have perished or fled.
Thank you, Nephilim. I hoped the scroll of fate was wrong, that harmony would once again fill this troubled realm. I see now that all hope lies in you.
You can no longer be bound by the chains of fate.
With my blessing, you can now dispel Diablo's corruption. It hides the rifts which bring his cursed servants to this hallowed place. The rifts must be closed.
We will not fail you.
Diablo sought to bring despair down upon heaven, but I have destroyed his champion and restored hope. I thought this would bring Tyrael back to his senses, but he remains lost. Nevertheless, I must push on and eradicate Diablo's hellish portals.
Only once in the history of Sanctuary has a Nephilim been as powerful as you. His name was Odyssean.
I've heard of him. The one who sacrificed himself to save the world. I thought it was just a myth.
He was no myth. Because of his noble sacrifice, I saw the inherent potential in your kind. As such, I voted with Orion to spare mankind from annihilation.
You made the right decision. Without me, heaven would fall before the primeval. You can see the future?
I see the myriad streams of possibility, all intertwining and weaving into one another. I can hear them echoing forward into eternity.
With so many paths before you, how do you know which one to take?
I am not called to be a champion as you are. My role is simply to observe.
Have you seen the fate of the Prophet?
I know of that name, but the one who bore it lived and died long before your time.
I see.
How does the scroll of fate say this will all end?
Doom and darkness. These heavens ruined. The angelic host broken. Diablo victorious.
I will not let that happen.
As I have said, Nephilim, your destiny is unwritten. You alone may change these dark times.
I knew you would come. That a champion from the mortal world would light our darkest hour. Your courage and nobility shine out across this realm, blinding our enemies.
My Lady Auriel, I promise your song of hope will never be silenced.
I know you will do all you can, for this is your hour. Go forth with my blessing and show all creation why the Nephilim are the future.
Can you help Tyrael? I fear he is lost in doubt. He blames himself for this.
There is a shadow upon his heart, but it will pass. Remember, he chose to be a mortal, and he must overcome this despair as a mortal.
We have little time left, and we may need Tyrael's assistance.
Have faith in him. Of all the archangels, his light has always shone the brightest. In this our darkest hour, he will ensure that justice prevails.
What are you going to do now?
Though the angelic host is scattered, we are not defeated. I will try to rally them as best I can.
Yes! They have always flocked to your call during times of crisis. Or, so I have heard.
Our histories have reached your people? That is indeed promising. I pray that this day will end in another tale of victory.
Can Diablo still be defeated at this point?
Only in the light that lies within you, Nephilim. I will take heart from it and hope for your victory. The future is ever writing itself. Unknowable, just beyond sight and touch.
The corruption was strongest northeast